Hi everyone, I'm Amanda. This is my blog post about leadership skills for Module 3. So the first question about what skills you need to secure resources, like staffing. One of the things that is very important would be organization and planning. It would be very helpful to know the fluctuations in census ahead of time, if that could be estimated. Where I work at an inpatient rehab facility, that's pretty much impossible to do. We can guess for the next shift and maybe for the next day, but that's about as far as we can estimate that would be accurate. So organization is really helpful with that. You want to plan to have more people. You also want to be fair because people don't like to get canceled. So you have to have policies in place so that it's fair and people don't feel like they're being taken advantage of. Communication is super important. As a supervisor or a manager or a leader of any type, communication being clear, concise, and really getting your point across and being fair is what I think is really important skills for dealing with people and managing. So in the interdisciplinary aspect of our department here, the next level for me would be a manager. So I know, being a part of meetings that I have been a part of, it's huge for interdisciplinary interactions. There's a multi-professional team. We've got, I know the managers that I work with are always have monthly, weekly, whatever meetings with physicians, the medical directors, the hospital administrators. You've got, for our rehab, we've got physical therapy, occupational therapy, respiratory therapy, speech therapy, and rec therapy, actually. And that's such a huge part of our organization because it is focused on rehab. So it's not just that they come in and borrow our patients for a little while. Rehab is pretty much the reason why they are here. So dealing with all those other departments is very important, and we have to make sure everybody's on the same page working towards the same goals. I already mentioned all the therapy departments, but even anything that makes a hospital work, we have meetings with the environmental services departments. You've got to manage how much linen you're getting. You've got to get your materials management. You get all your supplies. So you have to meet with the leaders of all these groups and really have really good relationships and open communication so that you have a smooth operations between everybody. Food services, social work, case management, all those people are really integral to making the whole system work. What was the next question here? Identify the levels and departments. So that was identifying that. To be effective in the role, you'd really need to work with all those different departments. So my preference would be for a horizontal model structure because of the decentralized authority, so that really it's important to me that when I communicate with upper management that it's clear, and the more people that you go through, I feel the more the message gets distorted. So it's nice to know that you only have a few levels to communicate with, and you know the answer when someone from that level tells you, you know that that's what it is. You don't have to think, well, is somebody else above them thinking something different? And there's real, I like that communication aspect of it. And I'll show you, I had just pulled up, let me show you this. So this is our organization chart for the unit or the facility that I work for, just so you can see it's basically the horizontal structure. And the article that I found is called Multi-Professional Teamwork and Work-Related Medical Rehabilitation for Patients with Chronic Musculoskeletal Disorders. And I chose this one because it does deal specifically with rehab, which is my area. And it really talks about how multi-professional teamwork is a huge success factor for making the system work. And it has one quote in here about combining the expertise of the different professions, including physicians, psychologists, that's one that I didn't mention before, social workers, physiotherapists, occupational therapists, and combining all the expertise is really needed. And the social worker is quoted as saying it's the communication between the relevant professions that really contributed to the success of their team. So that's what I wanted to share with you guys today. Thank you for listening. The last thing I wanted to share real quickly was the leadership skills questionnaire. When I did that, I was pretty much even on everything, but I did score a little bit higher on the interpersonal skills. Really close behind were both the administrative and conceptual, but that makes sense to me because I really enjoy looking at the bigger picture and looking at how everyone is involved with each other more than I do like the administrative detailed part of it. But that was just a side note. Thanks.